Hello, YTPC. Ethan, Parsimonious Piper here. Today we have a parsimonious pipe and a grandparent story. But first, in a lovely little pipe by Lee 3-star Rhodesian, fantastic grain on this, one of my favorite pipes. I've got some Hearth and Home port swing. Now this has Burley, Virginia, Perique, Latakia, and an extremely light rum topping. In fact, so light, most of the time I don't taste it. It's a very nice American blend. So, parsimonious pipe today. I was recently watching Chronicles of a Pipe Maker. I commented on one of the pipes he had made. Well, Aaron sent me that pipe. So for me, this was a $0 pipe. For him, a little bit more than that. Let me show you first. He sent along a hand-carved tamper made out of soapstone. He also sent a piece of petrified wood to use as a pipe stand, pipe rest. I'll show you all of these together in a minute. And last but not least, this lovely customized cob. Let's take a closer look. Well, here you can see all of them together. Lovely little cob. The pipe rest is very appropriate. He's from Arizona, and there's petrified wood all over the state in the northern part, up in the mountains where he's from. Take a closer look. He has taken what I believe is a Missouri Meerschaum Washington and done a very creative contrast, colorful contrast stain on it. Then closer in, he put this brass colored, and I don't know if it's brass or bronze, I should ask him, metal band around the end and fitted it with a green and blue saddle stem. Take a look at the top there. You can see a little more of the staining, and then we'll get a close-up of that piece of petrified wood and of the tamper. Now, I just think this is absolutely creative. This is going to not only take a prized position on one of my bookshelves in my office, but I will smoke it and enjoy it. I love cobs. This is just, it's very creative. Lovely job, Aaron. Look for a return bomb in the next few days. Steve Coddington, Smoking Cardboard, is doing an appreciation gaw. If you have not subbed Smoking Cardboard, you should go give Steve a look. Steve is one of the truly nicest guys in the YTPC. Thoughtful, funny. His wife's hilarious. She made one of the funniest videos the YTPC has ever seen about the perfect smoker's wife. You got to look back through his videos and find that one. But not to be outdone, Steve does great reviews. He does nice rambles. He's just an all-around great guy. Give him a look. Steve has asked us to share a story that our parents or grandparents told us. Well, mine deals with my family's Christian heritage. You see, for a number of generations, on my dad's side, my family was members of the Church of the Nazarene, which started in the very early 1900s. For those of you not familiar, the Church of the Nazarene started out as a very Pentecostal denomination, gradually moved away from the hardline Pentecostal side. But in the very early 1900s, my grandfather tells the story of my great-grandmother. And she was in church on a Wednesday night. Well, for those of you who didn't either grow up in a small town church or in the South or Pentecostal, Wednesday nights are prayer meeting nights. Very often there's some kind of sermon, but lots of singing, lots of prayer. Typically a time, sometime during the service, where people could stand up and give testimony to what God was doing in their lives. Now, I'm not sure at this point in time whether my grandmother was at her own church. They were in Illinois. Or whether she was at a regional or local revival. The preacher at the time that night was Halder Lillinus, who was one of the most influential songwriters in the Wesleyan holiness movement of the last century. This would have been about 1918, 1919. At the time, he was a pastor in Aurora, Illinois, and my grandfather's family were poor coal miners in central Illinois. And one evening, my great-grandmother stood up, gave her testimony. Lillinus, pardon me there, Lillinus took her testimony, poemized it a bit, and turned her testimony into the chorus for what later became a very beloved song, both within the Church of the Nazarene and in other Wesleyan denominations. And that song is "I Have Settled the Question." The chorus says, "I have settled the question, hallelujah. I will never turn back from the narrow way. I am going through with Jesus, hallelujah, till I reach the gates of glory some sweet day." Now, I barely knew my great-grandma. I was 4 when she died. I do have memories of sitting in her family room and playing slapjack with her. But she was rather advanced in years at that point in time. But I do appreciate the heritage, the legacy that she left us in the form of a strong Christian faith throughout our family. I haven't been a member of the Church of the Nazarene in years, but I do appreciate having grown up with a knowledge of and a love for Christ. Now, with that, folks, hope you enjoyed my little family story. Steve, congratulations on the growth in your channel. You're a fantastic guy. His link will be in the bucket down below. Light something you like. Cherish your family memories. And enjoy your afternoon.